How's it going? How's it going? How is it going? Hey, Yatsuki. Good morning. That's so weird how it does that. So weird. So I wonder what I will draw today. Ooh, exciting. I'm looking at my portfolio recently. And it made me wonder, like, a little bit of, not really like who I am, but like what the public perception of me is. I've been talking about it the last few days, right? Like, you have to consider who you are or where you want to go and so on. And I had a look at my own work, and in terms of portfolio, I mean, this is not a portfolio. This is like a massive archive. It's a lot of duplicates of what I can do in that sense. It's not like a top 10, which is a really interesting thing to as a challenge to do. Hey Spud, Sayart, how's it going? Bromigos, how's it going? What up, bro? So we have one topic, Maiden of the Morning Mist. Absolutely amazing topic. I hope it is. That topic sounds fascinating. Maiden of the Morning Mist. Rolls off the tongue like it's meant to be. Ahoy, Kosovars! Cyber Cerberus. Pretty cool. Is Nyx? Oh, nice. Right. A shelled snake. That's pretty cool. Sayard, your topics are always creature related. Always weird combinations. That's fascinating. So we got Maiden of the Morning Mist, we got Cyber Cerberus, and Shelled Snake so far. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I hope it will be a good one. Oh, and it was Father's Day, by the way. And my son made a comic of me, of who I am. Quite interesting. So funny. It's like, I'm out running, I go to cafes, I pay for coffee, I run home, there's a cat at home, I pet the cat, there's party, and what was the last one? Oh, there's a gift. The end. And then he drew 3D picture of me and wrote, "For the best dad." Aw. Alright, so we got also Lighthouse Keeper and Skeleton Eel. Are you actually saying two topics, Sayard? How rude. Hey dear Bart, how's it going? Anyways, let's roll the dice. We got enough topics, I would say, to get a somewhat number one. Oh, Maiden of the Morning Mist. Maiden of the Morning Mist. I'm not gonna write by whom, because I don't think it'll fit. But let's do it by Atsuki. It did kinda fit. Almost. It's a very long topic, but fascinating topic. All right. Let's start the. So in my mind, the first thing that struck me is I wanted to do wide, a bit more cinematic. ASCII. No, it's okay. Is it ASCII or ASCII? ASCII. All right. So we have, by the way, T-minus 1 month for my talk at in Germany, the art department. I'm gonna do something I used to love drawing. It just came to me, and I wanna do that again. And it's these kind of alien-looking queens, and I want to try to do that today. So I'm gonna play around with abstraction and costuming. Can the mist be made out of thunderflame? No. Captain Boss, how's it going? Zealand. What up? Ow! My one-man wolf pack. How's it going, boss? How's it going? Yeah, so I kind of stumbled on, I kind of mentioned before an interesting challenge to do, and I think it's a fun thing. This is a fun thing to consider. You're going tired, but fine. Yeah, it's the work and baby, right? It's the work and baby stuff. Hey, Dead Toothbrush, how's it going? Welcome. Dead Toothbrush, you missed yesterday. But I started doing another fan art for Backwater Bastards. I'm looking forward to share that with you later. Dead Toothbrush. It's good stuff. Anyways, can the tail be a centipede? It could be reminiscent of a centipede. But it's not a tail, it's just like a head shape. Oh, it was a very good octopus, Captain Boss. I really liked it. It's really cool shapes. It's I would say a negative with that one is that the rhythm of the shadow groups is a bit hard to read. Dead Toothbrush. Yeah, they're great. They're great. We're looking to hire new people. Deadly Toothbrush. It's that stream is not on YouTube. The fan art. Anyways, back to the idea I had about an interesting challenge that one can make in order to kind of try to pinpoint who you are as an artist. And the challenge is this. Let's say you have it stems kind of from Instagram, right? is like, what's your best 9, your top 9, and it's this tradition or thing people are doing at the end of the year, where they take their best 9 posts that it gets the most attention, and you put them next to each other like a picture, right? So this is your top 9 of the year, and that's a really fun challenge to do. And some people, they make their own, they disregard the statistics, right? And they're just cherry picking their best 9 anyways, right? But a really interesting challenge is hey there, Deviant, how's it going? A really fun challenge is to try to like pick a top 10, your all-time best 10 pictures that represent, or even you can do even less, but let's say top 10, right? Take 10 pictures that represents you the best, you know, that is end all be all of you, right? The best representation of you. And within those top 10, you really have to make sure that in those top 10 it ticks all the boxes, you know, like of implementation, design, or whatever, you know. And another interesting challenge is that did the rounds a few months back is like face yourself was called, I think. And what you had to do was take your favorite 9 faces that you've painted in a painting and put them together in a picture. You know, where's your best faces and things like that. And it's a really, for me it's a fascinating challenge where you have to really consider who you are, what you want to present publicly. You know, is it this sci-fi picture or is it that sci-fi picture? Is it this fantasy? Is it all fantasy or is it a mixture? What should I pick? What should I choose? What should I show? And it's this fascinating task to try to pinpoint who you are. I mean, granted, that is by definition your portfolio, or that should be by definition your portfolio. But a lot of people, they don't keep it to just 10. I mean, me included. Like we saw on my art station, I obviously have way more than just top 10 images in my art station, right? I have bazillion pictures, all with different types of flavor, right? So it's a bit of a quite an interesting challenge where you have to try to boil who you are down into just a few images. Like, what can you show that is the pinnacle of you? And it's a fascinating, it's a really fascinating challenge. Sayart, are you talking to me or you're just randomly writing things? I'm not sure. Are you asking me, Sayart, or someone else? Or am I not following your conversation with someone? Am I maybe confusing myself? Oh, I have 24-inch HD. Not the. It's a couple of years old, but it's the 24-inch HD one. Not not Pro or anything. Not any of these new versions. It's quite many years old. I don't need to upgrade at the moment. It does absolutely everything I need it to do. I have everything set up in a way where I don't need any specific functions. I don't use pinch. I don't use finger buttons. I don't use anything other than how I've set up, how I have it set up now. So for me, this 24-inch HD is exactly perfect for my needs. I don't have any like physical issues with positioning it or having it or resolution, or I mean, ideally I would say the color calibration of the 24 HD is a little bit like you need to wrangle it right. You need to spend some time calibrating it. But after that, after the fact, that it's really, really good. Say art, yeah, exactly. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Absolutely. I mean, if I don't need to upgrade it, I mean, the reason why I upgraded to the 24 HD was that I had a 21 UX. I still have it, but I can't use it because the scratch surface, anti-scratch surface, is scratched. That version of 21 UX had a new experimental screen protector, and it scratched super easy. So I was working on it with really scratched surface, so it was like drawing through underwater. Like you could barely see the pixels because the surface was all scratched, and my eyes started watering, things like that. So it was absolutely impossible for me to continue working. And I did some research about how much it would have cost to send it in. Like they said, yeah, it would be within warranty. I was like, oh, that's great. And then I looked up how much it would cost to send that heavy Cintiq through the mail to get it repaired and then pay for it to be sent back. I was like, might as well buy a new one. Add a couple of hundred on top and get a brand new, better, you know. And that's why I decided that many years ago that I'm just gonna buy the one step up. Because the 21 UX, I had it for many years, and it was serving me really, really well. That one got really, really hot, that like the top third of the Cintiq, but it never bothered me because I used it in the same way I'm using the 24 HD, standing up, far away from me, and all these things. So it was never an issue. Because a lot of other people have it low down or they lean on it and all these things, and then that becomes an issue. But for me, I've never had those kind of issues because I use my Cintiqs in a very, not very specific, like unique, but I use it in a specific way where I don't have that issue that a lot of other people have, which is great. You know, I'm not complaining. But yeah, back to that topic, that good challenge to try to pinpoint who you are and who you want to present outwards. I think now and then it's a really good exercise to do to, like if you've spent like at the end of the year, you go, okay, which images this year? I mean, this could be an extremely daunting task, right? It could make you start crying. What images this year have I done that I can replace my top 10, my top 10 picks from last year, right? And the hard part could be that you actually haven't, you know. But in a way, also, it goes back to could also go back to the previous warm up when I was talking about goals. Right? It's important to have big goals and small goals, so that you can tangibly follow your progress and you can understand that you're doing something right. You get a little bit of good, you know, like good mood feelings when you accomplish something. You're also not idling. You're also putting pressure on yourself to perform to some degree, right? So that you're getting closer to the goal, right? And it, like that technique of looking at your top 10 and saying, have I done something that improves, or I can replace some of my top 10 with, if you know that moment is coming at the end of the year as well, you know, it could be a motivator to try to, okay, it's time to focus in. I gotta do at least one good illustration this year, right? And then you try to hedge your bets. You're gonna try to prepare yourself to see how much you can do. You know, you make it into a project to try to replace an illustration in your top 10. Could also put the fire underneath yourself, you know, that just stop idling or stop doing so many studies. Sayart, yeah, that was a great study practice. Dearbird, yeah, I agree. Zealin, that the one with the smiling kid and the alien. Can I keep it? On the can I keep it topic, was great. Zealin, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in theory, that top 10, that top 10 selection is what you should send when you're applying for a job, or when you're sending your portfolio to somewhere where you want to get hired. In theory, you know. Of course, you can always customize it, but when you start, I've noticed this myself because I've done it. I've done it myself numerous times. As when you start looking at your body of work and have to choose 10 of them that will represent you, you really start to struggle. At least I do. You really start to struggle of trying to pinpoint which is better. Why is it better? Why am I drawing all these, you know, whatever? Why do I only have airplanes in my body of work? Or, you know, maybe you realize something that you didn't realize, and maybe you realize, oh shit, I've been doing all these faces all year, and I hate doing faces. You know, that could be also one of the reasons why you are doing the faces, but it's also been to the what's it called, the English word? Not destruction, but at the cost of your true love, or, you know, your topic of choice or whatever. Like, yeah, it's great to try to limit your weaknesses, but if you're not progressing and you're just getting better at your weakness, that is progress, but it's also not big picture progress and all these things, right? So, and I always find it so fascinating when I do these, make my top 10, and try to pinpoint who I am, and what I can do, and what is the perception of, or rather, what do I like? And it's so fascinating to see also if someone else would pick your top 10, what would they pick? And maybe there's commonalities, maybe there's overlaps, or maybe there's completely different top 10s, you know. And that's one of the benefits, I would say, from what was I going to say? Yeah, there's benefits of Instagram and websites that hold the statistics, that you can, with numbers, see somewhat which images are popular and images are not popular. Dear Bard, yeah, well, it's an interesting challenge, right? It makes you think, it makes you consider what you're actually doing with your time, and what's your goal, and have you forgotten why, like, you're doing it? You know, what's your love? Have you just been grinding without playing? You know, and it's really important to keep playing, and but Zialin also to kind of get back to kind of wrap up this point that you said about the Unreal Bjorn 2, that your one of your paintings are the best from 2 years ago. That's the beauty of art, that it's not time related. You could have made a fantastic painting 5 years ago, and just because you nailed every aspect of it, it doesn't diminish the quality of the painting. You know, like Mona Lisa is still Mona Lisa in 100 years, right? So that's kind of like an interesting challenge. But it's just, the idea is not that you have to replace all top 10 every year. The idea is first of all, get a top 10 that represents you, right? And then consider every year, have I done work that I can replace my top 10 with? If not, then that's fine. You know, that top 10 is going to still be strong, right? Until maybe one piece is getting too old and you go, no, I can do better than this today, and then you replace it, right? And that's a really cool aspect. Say art. Oh yeah, I remember. It was on that fantasy topic, and then I did the sci-fi topic, and then I did the cowboy topic, the character art station design challenge. But I kind of got fed up with it because the judges for the character design aspect, not majority of them aren't really character designers. So I kind of lost faith a bit in their ability to judge. I'm not saying anything about their ability to draw or whatever, but some of them, most of them, aren't really character designers in its true sense. You know, they're more illustrators. But that just sounds like me being salty. That Riddler. No, man. One brush is. You don't really need a huge library of brushes, as long as you're having fun. And by the way, we're going to do life drawing warm-ups for the coming future. We're going to do timed, next Monday, we're going to do timed warm-ups, life drawings. So I'm going to look into setting up references and then time them, and we'll do studies like 30-second poses so on and so on. It is time to go hard on life drawing. Zeolin, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole Instagram thing isn't bulletproof way of figuring out to get exact which is your top 10, because it could be when did you post it, during the day or the evening, was there a holiday, wasn't there a holiday, you know, was there a movie release recently so that you get extra attention to a hashtag, or you know, it's going to be hard to know exactly, but you're going to get a rough estimate. SpudMD, Unreal Bjorn is not happening right now. It's the next Unreal Bjorn is next year, beginning of next year. Reason is because it's a more or less a 5 months tournament, knockout style competition with artists. Last year was 102 artists, so it's quite a massive engagement from all the artists and on my end to organize it. And I can't just be organizing art competitions all year round. I gotta make some money, you know. And as these Unreal Bjorn doesn't make me any money, it's all goodwill. I really gotta concentrate on stuff that gives me money. Hey Honved, how's it going? Zialin. Perfect. Perfect. I love that. Embrace the pain. Embrace the pain, Zialin. For those who don't know, I put up a challenge to the chat to draw, or to the Discord, to draw a horse without reference from memory to the best of their abilities. And hilarity ensued. It was so much fun. There was some disastrous horses being made. Zeolin, that's great. I would say, Zeolin, you've really upped the productivity and studies and all these things, and it's really, really impressive, and it's really, really good. So you're definitely moving in the right direction. And it's really, really cool to see. My hat's off. Hey, thanks for the raid, Doig Swift. Hey, Verde Verti, how's it going? Casey Mod. Adventures, sir. Casey Mod, would you mind reminding me where it was posted? Under what? What are you talking about? Or am I? You're not maybe asking me? A bit confused here. Well, thank you very much for the raid. Greetings, fellow adventurer. Here, take this sword. It's dangerous out there. The horse challenge. Oh, Casey Mod. It was just a random thing, unrelated to the actual warm up. I mean, you could search the Discord with the keyword like horse, and you would probably find it. That's as much as I can help you, really. Lady of the Mist. Maiden of the Morning Mist. That's right. Maiden of the Morning Mist. Such a lovely combination of words. The warm-up is over. Here's the Maiden of the Morning Mist. The horse challenge was 2 years ago, maybe? Man, I've been doing so many warm-ups for so many years now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Time flew by as well. Look at that. Half an hour out the door. Insane. April 2017. Yeah, 2 years ago. Almost 2.5 years ago. That's crazy. Well, there you go. Oh, 1.5 then. 1.5 years ago. That's insane. All right, let's find someone to raid. A suitable victim to raid. And if you have any suggestions on who to raid, do let me know. Oh, he's doing a pretty cool painting. It's not tits and ass for once. Pretty cool. All right, let's raid that person. Case mode, Mr. Creep? Nah. I found another suitable victim to raid. He's doing, this is Nico Senpai, I don't know. He's doing a lot of like kind of Asian leaning pictures. He's doing some cool woman bird fantasy illustration. So looking forward to that. Thanks, dear Bard. Anyways, have a fantastic day. Good night if you're that part of the world. See you guys tomorrow morning for another warm-up. Thank you very much, Atsgi, for the Maiden of the Morning Mist topic. It was very good fun. As per usual, outro and then raid. Have a great one. Bye, everyone.